Let's talk about Jay Slater. 29 days after the British teen went missing on the holiday island of Tenerife, the remains of a body have been found in the remote area where he disappeared. His belongings apparently have been found around the body, so it does seem like it's him. We can't 100% confirm it, but it does seem as if they have located Jay Slater. Let's go over to Tenerife and talk to a Brit who lives there. He's a YouTuber. He hosts the Knightstrider YouTube. And his name is Andrew Knight, who spoke to us before. Welcome, Andrew.
Evening, Kevin.
Well, it looks like they've found him. What do you know? From what I hear, Andrew, it looks as if we are talking about the right person, and let's face it, we probably are, it looks as if he simply fell from some mountainside up in this remote area where the search has been going on.
Yeah, so we did hear from the Guardia Civil earlier on. They did release a statement to say that they had found human remains and a body in a very difficult location in Masca. They did say that it strongly suggests that it is missing Jay Slater that they have found. They've also said that where he is located, it does seem like he has slipped or fallen or had some form of accident to end up where he is. It's not too far from where the phone last pinged. We've heard from the charity that was working alongside the family as well. They've come out and said that his belongings were found along with those remains, clothing and a phone, I believe it was. So that's the latest that has come out today. But they strongly believe it is accidental and he has had some form of fall.
Mm-hmm. And any idea who made the discovery? I mean, because Spanish police, was it last Sunday or was it the one before? They called off the search, didn't they? So do you know any idea who was searching, or did the Spanish police go back, or what was going on? Do you know?
So it's the Guardia Civil that have made the discovery. They actually continued the search almost a little bit under the radar. They didn't make it widely sort of known or public, but they did continue searching. They had their own investigation going on, their own routes that they wanted to cover, basically without prying eyes and onlookers watching over them. So they did carry on, and it is the Guardia Civil that made the discovery, that have made the statement and announced that they have made that discovery.
Yeah, well, I mean, in some ways, I mean, it's horrible, obviously, but for Jay's mum, Debbie Duncan, who's over there, his dad is there, his brother's there, he's got a close circle of friends who have been worried about him over there. I mean, this is, you know, a horrible outcome, but at least it brings some closure to what has been a really painful mystery. You know, I mean, the idea that this guy just completely disappeared and they couldn't find any sign must have been agony for the family. So in some small way, knowing what happened is better than not knowing, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. I think the only small positive you can take from it is that they will now start to seek a bit of closure, get the answers that they've been looking for, and they have actually found him and got their boy back. But it is absolutely devastating for the family. Can't imagine what they're going through at the moment. The mood in Tenerife seems a bit different today. Mix of great sadness for the family, also that little bit of relief that they've got him back, got those answers potentially. But yeah, extremely sad.
Because you're down there in the, what you might call the holiday zone, aren't you? Los Cristianos and Playa de las Americas. And it's from that area that Jay disappeared, God knows how long ago now, 29 days ago, when he was at some kind of ravey musical event, and he left in the small hours of the morning to go with a couple of British guys up to this very remote area. A lot of discussion about these two guys. I think probably we owe them something of an apology now. It does look as if Jay just wandered off, as we had speculated at the beginning, hit these very, very remote trails, lost his footing and fell. But I've been looking today, Andrew, at some of the footage of the area. This is the generic stuff, but I saw some new footage. It really, really is rough terrain around there, isn't it?
Absolutely extreme. And even the pictures on the TV, in the media, until you're there in front of it, you just cannot understand how treacherous it is. Steep, loose underfoot, cacti everywhere, huge drop-offs of cliffs, ravines. So it's very easy to get lost, disorientated, slip, fall, end up in a bad situation very, very quickly. A lot of the areas they've been searching now deeper in required specialist mountain equipment, ropes, climbing facilities. It's extreme.
Yeah, and of course the other thing about this area where Jay disappeared is the weather is strange, isn't it? It can be boiling hot, bright sunshine, 10 minutes later, this is all due to the mountains, isn't it? You can, a storm will come in, it can get very windy, so it's not sort of guaranteed like Mediterranean sunshine weather, is it?
No, it's got its own little microclimate, Masca. So 1 minute you can be in the sunshine, next minute you've got low cloud, a bit of rain, bit of drizzle, then the wind will pick up, then it'll be sunny again. That area around where his phone last pinged as well, quite a bit of a sun trap. Once you go down into those valleys, you lose that breeze a little bit. You're protected by the mountainside, and it can just become baking hot. That's coming up from the floor. The heat is radiating from the floor, down on your head from above. There's no shade around. So along with the extreme landscape, you've got extreme weather as well.
So you said there's a bit of a suppressed mood where you are today, but again, you know, no one wants to take away from the tragedy of all this, but at least now, as I say, you've got some closure to this mystery. You know what happened, and I guess you guys in the holiday zone, you know, the clouds can lift and you can get on with enjoying yourself.
Yeah, it's mainly getting that closure for the family and getting the answers that they deserve. And the Guardia Civil police have worked extremely hard. Their investigation will obviously continue until it closes, and we'll find out more information. And a lot of people have got all kinds of different questions, but the police will continue to work behind the scenes, do what they need to do. They work a little bit differently to the UK police in terms of releasing information and updates on what they're up to. They do a lot of it behind the scenes. They'll crack on, and then I think we will slowly start to find all the answers that everyone's looking for, and more of exactly what has happened.
Exactly right, Andrew. There are still some answers that we need. The questions are still being asked, and I'm sure the full story will emerge in the fullness of time. Andrew, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us throughout this saga. Thank you very much.